Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Shebo. Today is, in fact, Tuesday, July 25th, 2023. We had a weekend. I streamed on Sunday. I played Tectonica. The video of that stream is available. You can go and watch it. I am currently planning on streaming Tectonica on Sundays going forward. You'll have to excuse me. I am a little bit tired this morning. I am just a little bit tired. I had to get a different type of coffee, so it's not quite as effective. Ah, anyway. So thoughts about Tectonica. My opinion of it improved as I was playing it. The further we got in. That is the first point to make. Early on in the process and early on during the stream, I was very nitpicky. I admit I was very nitpicky. Some of it was not particularly serious. Others were semi-serious. But there is one thing that I am pretty adamant about, and that is the fact that I do not like when game companies put in iron ore and make it blue, and copper ore and make it orange. I do not like this. I do not like this practice. It is wrong. It is these two things are reversed versus actual reality, actual real things, because as it turns out, metals change color. They change color when you process them. Ooh. Iron is often oxidized. In fact, it's almost exclusively oxidized, and that's why it's more reddish, orangey, reddish. It's called red, but it's orange. In fact, because I have a master's in geology, I know about the fact that there are, in fact, in the Midwest, you get these areas, these layers. They're called Red 1 and Red 2, and these are iron-enriched strata of rocks as you are doing oil prospecting, for example, or just taking core samples. You just drill a big hole and you examine the layers of what you've dug out. Iron is red when it is unprocessed, and it only becomes the grayish color once it's been processed. Similarly, copper, it's not oxidized, it is reduced. Copper undergoes reduction reactions, and that is more of a bluish green, blue-green type of color. The prime example of this is, the Statue of Liberty. It's colored that way because it has been exposed to air over time, exposed to oxygen, and it has undergone this reaction with oxygen to become this color. I'm pretty sure it's a reduction reaction. I think. It has been a while from chemistry courses, but yeah, they undergo reactions with air. Let's keep it simple. They react with air, and they have their color modified by reacting with air. So, in games where you have these ores exposed to air, it's just very, very basic detail that they're a specific color. And I brought up the example of Captain of Industry having the colors be accurate. But also, as it turns out, yeah, it's Satisfactory also gets it right. Satisfactory's ore deposits have proper colors. correct colors. Factorio does not. Tectonica does not. And I'm going to point that out every time I see it. I'm just going to point it out every single time I see it. And that is why today in Factorio I have added a mod. I have added the realistic ores mod into the game. So now iron is in fact correctly colored. And so will be copper when we get copper on this map. Because in Nullius, you have to drop asteroids onto the planet to spawn copper. You have to drop a copper-enriched asteroid onto the planet in order to have access to copper, as well as uranium. And this mod does affect the uranium a little bit, makes it less glowy. Ah, boy. So, yeah. And, you know, Factorio itself is not exactly realistic, because there's no... You don't mine ore like this, you know? But that is of less importance to me, because we are on a 2D map. It's not a 3D map. We're not going for the full mining realism, but at least the color, the easy part is the color, and it's like, come on. I can abstract away actual mining and refining processes and accept what they are. Not so much the color. Not so much the color thing. I do get annoyed by it. So, that all being said, what did we do last time in Factorio? And what are we doing today in Factorio? Well, last time we met, I set up the items necessary in order to start upgrading my robots to the level 2 robots. So now I have level 2 robots. In fact, all of my construction bots in the base are now level 2 construction bots. I have on me level 2 construction bots. They are significantly faster. And I am in the process of upgrading the logistics bots to logistic bot 2s. I am doing this through the robot replacer mod, where every single time we output the new robot into the chest, an old one gets taken out and put into storage containers. I noticed between streams that the storage containers are 2x2 entities that have 100 storage slots, which actually makes these more storage slot dense than merging the 1x1 chests. So I replaced all of my merged chests with these large storage chests because there's just more storage slot density per tile by using these. And unfortunately, they cannot be merged with the merged chest mod. So that's a thing, an unfortunate thing, but it is a thing nonetheless. I don't have any water. That's gonna suck. I do have coffee. I need to, unfortunately, take a pill. I need my allergy pill, Claritin D. I need my decongestant. I'm feeling it. I wasn't feeling it before the stream, but I'm feeling it now. And that's all my coffee gone. Great. Oh yeah, we've got Cat. I forgot. Hey, camera. We have Cat. Hello, Cat. Hello, Ollie. He's been here. He's comfy. He's comfy. Resting next to me. Yes, big boy. It's my big... Yes. Biter. Biter. Trying to bite at my hand. Yes, you're... Be comfy. Be comfy, kitty. Okay. What we also did last time was we got into explosives. We got into explosives last time, and the basic automation of that in order to start making water fill. So the two big key things that we got done last time was upgraded robots and water fill. Now, between streams, I've started using this stuff. Oh, we also got this stuff, fiberglass. I have begun using fiberglass and epoxy to make the upgraded pipes. So now I have all of the level 3 pipes available to me. I have also been making some additional infrastructure that I wasn't before. So namely some of these guys. Substation 2s exist now. That has completed a checkpoint. There we go. Speaking of checkpoints, there was a checkpoint to produce or consume a certain amount of explosives. That happened right after the stream ended last time. We were in the process of consuming explosives through the production of water fill. So that checkpoint happened. We have placed down the substations for that specific checkpoint. Place 4 large tank 2s will need to happen, but we cannot currently make tank 2s, I believe. And the issue with that is I need reinforced concrete. So, we need to make reinforced concrete. Reinforced concrete needs textiles, and it is crafted in flotation cells. Great. Wonderful. Flotation. Flotulation. Where are you? Here we go. So we have that. Gib. This. Right here. It needs textiles. And cement and gravel and water and all that good stuff. Do I even have the cement being brought here? I don't even think I have that brought here. I might need to do this on a separate factory. Because I'm pretty sure that where I have my concrete... First time using this mod, by the way. Wow, that was quick to find it. Alright. It is over here. I do have cement on the network, so I could bring it in for this. I think I will do so if I haven't already. Pretty sure I haven't already. Let's go ahead and bring in to the mall my cement. Now you'll notice over at my mall train station that I have some extra stuff that I didn't have before. Namely this. Yeah, so I've gone and I have made a factory on my train network that is producing these logic circuits. And that's being done up over here. Because I need a lot of these. And I don't really want these taking up a significant amount of space in my mall. Now, this did require scaling up some stuff. Particularly, I have started producing dedicated aluminum sheets. It's like 30 per second of those aluminum sheets being made there. And I've been working on scaling up a bunch of stuff. We made BPA last time, so I've gone and I have done the upgrade to plastic off screen, as I said I would do, to BPA-based plastic. All of the stuff here is stuff we've seen before otherwise, making the acrylonitrile and making the styrene and the butadiene. All of that is stuff that we've done before, and it just adds all those ingredients to make plastic a lot more efficiently than previous plastic processes. This, in fact, makes a red belt of plastic, a full red belt of plastic for that much infrastructure and a bit of BPA. Okay, I've done similar things with the iron intermediates. I have scaled up the iron intermediates. I have scaled up the aluminum intermediates. I have scaled up the processing of aluminum. I did that over here. I've made more ingots, a lot more ingots, pretty close to 2 red belts of ingots of aluminum. So the new ingots are here using our most up-to-date processes, including converting carbide into additional ingots directly rather than looping it back in for additional hydroxide. And it's 2 of these. Pretty sure I had planned out originally to do 2 more of these, but I don't need that production quite yet because I haven't scaled all of the intermediates up yet. But yeah, it's 2 times 29 per second that I added to the base, and I have a few trains online to make use of that, to more easily make use of that. I scaled up polycrystalline silicon because we're actually going to be making monocrystalline silicon today, and I did need more of it. What else? What else have I done between streams? Not much else. Oh yeah, we set up titanium ingots last time, and I didn't process them, so we will be processing these ingots into plates today. We also set up this dedicated hydrochloric acid last time. I changed my silicon ingots to scale them and made them the oxygen recipe, oxygen input recipe, so that has been updated as well. Got a bit of sand online that was updated a while ago, I think. And I think that just about covers it. Yeah. That covers the off-screen stuff. So, what are we doing today, specifically? Well, today, we need to get into textiles as our next item. Our next main thing is textiles. We also need monocrystalline silicon so we can really start making things like processors. And we need to get through these checkpoints, and we need to process titanium and all that good stuff. So we're going to start with the textiles. This will require making sodium sulfate. Because it's so simple, I'm not sure I want to have sodium sulfate provided on the train network itself. At least not yet. All right, I have access to the inserter 3s. That's another key thing. I started making those. Yes, we have everything but the textiles here. What's the speed bonus on these? 160. Okay, good to know. I started making the nano fabricators up in the mall area. I just set that recipe to go because we have all the stuff for it. I have worked on trying to maximize as best I can my production of the bots, but it's just what it is at the moment. Right, so I have power pole 3s. That's a wonderful thing. And I have the pylon 2s, but I don't really think I'm going to use pylon 2s. I'm not going to be updating anything to use pylon 2s. I think I don't need that reach, especially with my rail network being designed the way it is around the reach of the standard pylons. The substation 2s could be useful, but it's just a whatever thing. They're expensive, and I don't really want to use them. And then over here we have the inserter 3s. So I've got these. These are stack inserters, essentially. They hold 2 items right now per swing at the same speed as the inserter 2. And that is about that. I have the blue belts here. However, because there's always a however, they're going to need actually the filter inserter 3s and small chest 3s. And they're going to need textiles. I did set up bearings in the mall. They're somewhere around here. Yeah, they're somewhere. The bearings are somewhere. Where are they? I would like to know. Oh, bearings. Where are you? I are blind. Here. Right in front of me. Bearings, ceramic powder, and lube. Easy. Cat hath left. Give me back my bots. I like to see my bots. So all of this is blocked by textiles. I'm realizing I have not put these in. We're going to get through a checkpoint soon. That's going to allow me to actually get upgraded modules. That's going to be fun. Setting those up. I think from here, I need that set up for the doohickeys. Actually, I need more of this. I did not want that, though. There we go. Gib these. And then the small chest 3 needs titanium rods and sheets and epoxy. Great. So let's do that over here. Alright, that needs small chest 2. Why do I not have any of those? Pretty sure I'm making those. There, yeah. They're it's just, I need a lot of them. I'll also start large chest 3s, because whatever. Whoops. So I need titanium processed, and I need textiles. And I need the monocrystalline silicon producing for that checkpoint. Right. Let's go ahead and do all of this stuff. I have factory locations up here, so we're going to go up here and do this up here. Goodbye, limestone. I can also do factories in here now. I have water fill, so no factory in my entire base requires being near a source of water anymore. And if you haven't noticed, I did add more power. I have added additional power. That is a thing. We have up to 1.2 gigawatts of power. I am also no longer using any of the volcanic gas vents for geothermal, because it was inconsistent power. It was not behaving as I wanted it to behave. With the specific layout that I wanted it to have. Oh. So we're going to be using a few of these factories, a few of these locations for factories, at least 3 of them, even though it is pretty far away from the titanium ingots. We're going to do pretty much all of this all at once. The glorious level 2 Constructobots. They are fast. I don't even have to stop moving because they can actually keep up with me. It is absolutely wonderful. Ta-da! Let's build them individually. Alright, what do I need? For textiles. Just 3 total inputs. So I will need this. I will need this guy. Come on. I will have to upgrade the blueprint power poles to power pole 3s. And actually, is that... No, I do need one more solid input station. We'll do that there. Alright, request acrylic at textiles. Request blah sulfuric acid at textiles. Request sodium hydroxide at textiles. Oh, that's dioxide. There we go. And the acrylic. Okay. One of those. With voiding. Alright, that is that. 19 medium assembler 2s. How about instead of that, we have 10 large assembler 1s. Yeah, that seems like a better idea for the long term. It will generally be better to use the biggest possible building because we have the space for it. Generally because it's fewer entities, and that's going to be better for our performance as we get into the later phases of the game. Power to the everything. And that is that. Huzzah. Now for the input station. There. Simple. I don't really need this many. Boink. Supply textiles. Depot textiles. Ta-da. Define that. Mall. And textiles. Whoops. Textiles. And there we go. We're defined. So once that gets filled up, we'll be good to go. And that will start producing blue belts, as well as those level 2 thingy madoohickeys. Level 2 tanks, storage tanks. And of course the reinforced concrete should move as well. So over here, what we're going to do is the monocrystalline silicon. Oh, see, it's already on its way. This one just needs one input ingredient. I forgot to put the stuff for the residual gas. There we go. Hey. Place. Our polycrystalline silicon at monocrystalline. Is it 1 or 2 L's? 2. Poly. Okay. For this. Oh, that's a glorious build. We need argon. It's only 15.2 argon per second to make 5 of this, but, you know, it's gonna be a build. A build it shall be. Now we can basically ignore the fact that this is 8 because I'm gonna have way more than that. 8 of the air filters. It's like, I need 7 of this building, and it is... Oh, right. Defaults. Yeah, the yield modules are of no benefit. The efficiency would be better in here, it's just I just don't really need it. 2 of these. And let's not forget that we will need to void. let's get this going. Venting CO2. Venting nitrogen. My goodness. My allergies today are awful. Awful. And the Claritin has taken its sweet time to be effective. Anyway, this should be all this done for the argon. Ta-da. Oh. There you go. And then 36 nanofabricators. Why? Because reasons. Why is it so many? I don't know. That should be 16. That should be 18. And that should be 36. Ta-da! Not really any good reason why this is so slow. I mean, yes, it's 15% slower than normal, but it just this recipe is awful on its speed. It's 20-second craft time. Like, what? Why? Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that? Oh well. This is a multiple of... what? 2, at least. It's a multiple of 6, or 8, excuse me, so that's fine. That'll work. Multiple of 8. Multiple of 4. Not 8. Okay, split here. Jump that. Go down. And that is monocrystalline silicon. So that will happen, and once that happens, we'll start producing, or we'll start this tech here and this tech here. And that'll get me through a few additional techs. Okay, I am happy. We can actually chew through some tech now. Beautiful. Right. There you go. It is moving. Glorious. Beautiful stuffs. These being 3 slots is really nice for this point in the game. So they're getting currently 9% productivity, but that will improve as we get better modules. Okay, well, next up is to process titanium ingots into the titanium intermediates, the plates and the rods. We don't quite have access to the even better, the more complex ones, the sheets. No titanium sheets or wires yet. But those will come with time. Hmm. And the checkpoint went, so now we have tech moving. Oh boy, give me that. Our titanium ingots at titanium intermediates. I will need lube. I think it's lube anyway. I need a fluid. That I know for certain. Whoops. Alright, I need to build my nose real quick. Hold up. One second while I do that. Okay, maybe I can breathe now and talk a little bit more clearly. Ah, goodness, like, what the it when a decongestant, Claritin, doesn't actually do anything, you know it's bad. You know it's bad. One of those days. Like, really? Really? A thing that's supposed to be a decongestant is actually not decongesting? What is with this shenaniganery? Why you no work? Anyway, stuff and things. We need titanium stuff. Oh, we actually can do the sheets. Interesting. Oh, we need nitric acid. Ah, great. Hello, Ollie. He's at my feet. He's rubbing. Mr. Cat rubbing my leg. So how many ingots did I end up making? What was the factory for my titanium ingots? 5 total. So we're gonna add one of those, one of those, one of those. That's gonna use 2.9 in total. So I can do, whoops, potentially 2 of you. 2 of you is gonna put me pretty close to 5. Yep, that seems reasonable. We'll need to process the sludge to wastewater before we can get rid of it. And we need to produce nitric acid from ammonia and oxygen. So that's going to come from there. That's going to come from that. And that is the factory. So we will need another one of these for ammonia. And even though ammonia can be made locally, I don't really like to do it locally because it requires uh, compressing hydrogen and nitrogen. So it ends up being a pretty big build in a grand scheme. Place 8 large beacon 1 and 12 small beacon 2. These things. Okay. Ammonia. Lube. I didn't happen to define the monocrystalline silicon. I'll do that now. And while I'm here, I'll define the I'll need to have the stuffs, the stations all defined to do the titanium ones. Alright, ammonia. Lube. And the titanium ingots. Alright, what numbers are we looking at here? We're looking at 3 of these. That's going to take in stuff, output stuff. It's going to be 2 for the other one. With this recipe. And then just one of you taking in lube. Just in case I scale that later. Alright, lube. Glorious lube. Put that there. Get this out. Okay. Oxygen. Water. Fresh water. Where are you? Wells! Gib well. Gib outfall. And processing of the other stuff. wells. How many wells for you? I think that's actually 2. Hold up. No, it's 3. Technologies are happening! Huzzah! Give it all power. And do all the ingredient shenanigans. There we go. I just need additional supply stations. Alright. Depot titanium plates. Excuse me. Why did you double S? Depot titanium rods. Depot titanium sheets. There we have it. Really? I guess it takes a while. This one's the plates. Rods. Sheets. I don't really have much of a use for the rods or specifically the sheets, I think. Yet. Oh, they are used in in the small chest 3. Okay. I guess I do have a use for them right now. Good. Stuff with usage. Supply depot full cargo circuit condition move. Rods. Sheets. I'm under no illusions that this isn't enough. I know that this isn't enough production, and it won't be enough production, but it is one of the most difficult to scale because of the titanium ingots being the limiting factor. Not necessarily any of this that we're doing now, processing the ingots. This is the easy part to scale. It's the production of ingots that is difficult to scale, because this entire infrastructure makes 5 per second. If I wanted to have belts of output of each of these, a red belt of output of each of these, well, I'm going to need multiple red belts of input of the ingots, right? So it's like I'm making 5, well, right now I'm making 5 things from about 5 ingots. That ratio doesn't stay the same. If I wanted 30 of everything, well, if I wanted 15 of the sheets, then yeah, it's about 1 to 1. It's, you know, a belt and belt and a belt. 3 belt, or 3-ish red belts. If I want 30 of you, oh, that is actually about 30-ish, 3-ish red belts. To have actually 1 to 1, 1 and 1 and 1, 1 1 1. Still though, divide that by 5. Divide 90 by 5. And that's how many of this, whoops. That's how many of this I would need. Like, yeah, I would need 17 more of this to support that. And that's not gonna happen at all. All right, we can now define these stations for plates. For rods. But that's currently. I'll note that as well, that's the current situation. As we get through text, it should get better. Then we got to bring them all to the mall. And I need the monocrystalline silicon. Do I want the mono at the mall? I will, for now, bring it to the mall. Alright. That should do it. Oh boy. We have obtained recipes for better modules. Better modules shall exist. That is our next order of business. Oh yeah. These are going to require processor ones as well as optical cables. Oh joy. Optical cables. That's going to require insulation. I'm pretty sure. No, it doesn't, actually. That's actually easy. I have this in my mall. What about those processors? Do the processors require insulation? No. Of course not. Why would it? As far as monocrystalline silicon. Something uses insulation. What uses the insulation? Insulation. Walls. Coprocessor twos. Okay. That's when I will need that. But insulation, that's, yeah, gypsum. And I'll need to have gypsum. But that's lime. Lime and sulfuric. Alright, robots. Is time. Is time. I'm gonna do this here in the mall. Just cause I wanna do it in the mall. I'm gonna do it there for the optical cables. And for these nano fabricators. See, I do have an argon there, but I don't really want to do this line there, especially since I will also need the stuffs. Nitric. I have made nitric, so I have nitric here. And we have the epoxy. It's like we have everything here, and that's why I'm using this here. Do we have enough? That's a different question entirely. Okay. That is that. And we have all the things. Cool. Great. I like what I see. So now we can get upgraded doohickeys. Modules. Yay, modules. I like my modules. Okay, modules. We need you. We need... Do I need the speed too? I think so. Yeah. We need that one, we need that one, and then last but not least, we need that one. All of this is going to feed into this. Because we need the speed 2 and we need the yield 2. The yield 2 needs the efficiency 2, which is made from 1s, and then, yeah, the speed 2 needs the haste 2. So all of this feeds this guy, making the productivity module 1, which is 4% productivity, which is less than the 5% of the yield module 2, but it comes without a speed penalty, which is actually really important. Which is actually extremely important. Next, I will be needing the thingies. Where are you? Hello? Oh, it's unlocking. This needs medium or large, medium or large. Okay. For them all, the medium is fine. We just gotta finish this technology. Oh, hey, we have things. Good. We should also be, like, getting... Yeah, these things. Hello. I have a checkpoint that needs me to place 40. That's about halfway, right? Okay, I'm like thinking to myself, that had better not be iterating. That had better not be iterating. So, I see that we're a little over halfway. Because if it says place 40 things, I would expect it to actually be counting how many are currently placed. Speaking of which. Yeah, that's at least 40. That 40? That's 56. So, yes. I would say that that is at least 40. So now that should just happen. 4 large tank 2s. Okay, over here, I have at least 4 large tank 2s. So let me put down 4 large tank 2s. We have completed the demonstration, which unlocks this energy storage 3. It will give me access to priority turbines, which is actually really nice. Which is actually really, really nice, especially as I have set up my base currently. Assuming, of course, that priority turbines are higher priority than Stirling engines. It says it is a primary provider like wind turbines, so I would hope that it is a priority level equal to that of turbines, wind turbines, which should place it higher than the Stirlings. This is incredibly useful because this will help to offset the power of the of several factories that are producing a lot of byproduct gas that can be used in these generators, or in these these power priority turbines. Things like being able to compress oxygen is nice because that can be used, as well as compressing hydrogen, as well as compressing the nitrogen. So nitrogen, hydrogen, all of that stuff can be used. I have to look at the organic fluids as well to see if stuff has fuel value. It doesn't look like it because they have a separate combusting recipe, but that's fine. Now, once you're through the checkpoint, you don't need to keep the things placed. Ah, better trains would be nice. And ha 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 ha. Bulk rail loaders are available. Oh yes, those. So many techs are now available. It's glorious. But unfortunately now it's like a waiting game, pretty much, to chew through tech and to then have the ability to make additional new things. So it sucks a little bit for this point in the game that we have to wait around for tech to happen. But we can do at least some level of progression, I hope. Where are the things? Bacon? Where is bacon? There is bacon. And there is additional bacon. Do we have these things? Yes. No. That is a sensor 2, not a sensor 1. We need to build sensor 2. Sensor 2 is built using nanofabricators, and it outputs chlorine. And it needs titanium tetrachloride. All right, we have a new thing. New thing to plan. Sensor 2. Oops. All right, sensor 2. This will make chlorine, but because we need the tetrachloride, we will need chlorine. And we will need an extra input of the chlorine. So, I don't provide rutile, do I? Because I'm making it here. Now, it is extremely easy for me to make the rutile at the mall because I have sand coming in. And I have the sulfuric acid here, so that is fine. And that is basically the build. I just need to make sure that I have the oxygen, I've got the water. I will need the chlorine, and the unfortunate part of that is that the only way to get the chlorine is to end up with sodium hydroxide as a byproduct of this, as well as apparently a mineral dust byproduct out of this. That I can eliminate here, and, you know, I can do that elimination. That's fine. Like, I can do all this seawater stuff. Oh, it needed the water to be unrestricted, I guess. Yeah, so this needs to get processed and dumped. Chimneyed, and dumped. Ta-da! So I need to do all of that here, in the mall. Yay. Alright, let's get to it then. That's why I have all this over here. Plenty of room. Oh, joy, that's a few, doohickeys you got there. I don't need to worry with the inputs and outputs for this setup. Okay. Oxygen. From water. Void. The hydrogen. We're going to have this. This needs to go into a tank. ideally, I'm going to rotate this. This is fine. Vent. Need a water well. Water wells, where are my water wells? Here. I need a top-up valve. And I will need the thing here. You need brine. Brine from you. This water is a byproduct, but I need water here, so go ahead and take it. It will be overproducing, so I need to do the tank shenanigans. With relief valve voiding. This needs saline. And that needs seawater, which... Okay, with seawater... That needs to go that way. It needs to be offset a tile. And it needs to be 3 wide. For the intake. So it's a 2x3 that needs to be a tile away, basically, versus the outfall, which is just placed on a 3x3. And besides the rutile, that is just about everything. Oh, you need lamp 2s here. Wonderful. That's just great. I didn't realize that that was lamp 2 that you needed. Where's that line? Oh, interesting how similar this is. Except this one's taking sand in and outputting rutile, whereas the other one is taking mineral dust in and not outputting anything. Okay, now we need the sulfuric acid. Wherever that line went. Wherever that line went. Okay, that's making rutile. This will be able to void the output mineral dust. And it will be making tetrachloride. It has chlorine. Ah, right, the removal of that stuff. I need to throw that into caustic, which also needs water. But that's an easy step. And again, destroy. I said destroy. Destroy! Caustic. There we go. Da-da! Alright, now, question is, why... Ah, right, I did not connect the nitric to these, so let me go and hook up nitric acid and start making processors. So that's processor ones, those are moving. I'll probably get a milestone saying that I have made processors. And I need lamp 2s. Lamp 2s need that stuff. Joy. I'll note that that said compressed argon. So I think I'm gonna need to actually have, you know, an amount of argon. More than what I currently have. We're gonna do that. It needs 20 residual gas each. This by itself makes 6. $17, huh? 17 of you? No, I don't want to cut that. I wanted to... Don't want that there. I should have done the checkpoint. Yes. Checkpoint is done. Oh look, more stuff. Pressure containment. We can pressurize carbon dioxide, and that gives it turbine energy. We can do that for carbon monoxide for turbine energy. We can do it with methane, and that has a turbine energy. Okay, so we could actually do some priority turbine shenanigans with methane as well. And we could do it with residual gas, but I don't see why we would want to do that with residual gas. Anyway, give all these. I should really have an argon factory, you know? But, oh well. How many is that? 9. I don't need so many. Thou shalt have 10. Thank you, bots, for bringing me stuff. Oh. You know. There we go. For now, just vent the things. Alright, that's gonna move. And that's gonna be doing some stuff over here. Give it some power. I will need to get these pipes set up, and I'll need a thingy to get rid of the water. I'll need a vent to get rid of the helium trace gas. I'll need then to compress the argon. Am I carrying compressor? Yes, thankfully. How much can you compress? Up to 80. So with 3 of these buildings. Yeah, there's plenty. Alright, so that's the compressed argon. Okay. For lamp 2s. Primarily. Like, okay. I am going to need sodium. Apparently I don't have enough green wires either. I have green wires, it's just that they need to be made. Oh, really? What? Why is it so few? Shouldn't it be doing, like, the stack? Yeah. Alright, sodium. Okay. That is made through electrolysis. I'm going to do this. And vent. And destroy. And that will make the sodium. And that will be lamp 2s. It's only 0.38 lamp 2s, but yeah, I don't really want to make more of those if I can help it. How many do I need? Oh god. 1. 1. Okay. 1. I will need additional green wire production to support this. And what is the current limiting factor? The rate at which I produce the reds. That is my current limiting factor. But I'm pretty sure I already have a few of these making reds. I have 3 buildings already making the red wires. And yet, I'm eating all of them, so I need even more red wires. Just wow. I should replace the modules with the new ones. These guys, hello, these guys. I like these. These are good. These are good. I like to have productivity. Productive modules are good modules, and all of my modules need to be replaced with productive modules. So now it will move faster. I will regain the speed, that 10% speed, and it's an extra percent productivity, and it lowers the power draw. That is the benefit. Now, that was my alarm that just went off to indicate that I am, in fact, halfway through today's stream already. Isn't that glorious? So, that means it is time to take a brief break. What will we do when I return from said break? Oh god, we'll get Sterling Engine 2s here. That's nice. That's pretty nice. We're going to go through what I have unlocked and see what is next on the agenda of stuff to build, because we have more stuff to build. Lots and lots of stuff to build. Oh, I see. Hello. Oh, I actually want to go through all that, because there's a lot of tech to chew through. How is my base doing on power? Oh. We'll do more power when I get back. I'll be back shortly. And I have returned. Welcome back. Okay, it appears as if I may need additional power. Looks like we need some power, huh? Yeah. Let's go ahead and let's set up additional power. That sounds like a wonderful idea. In order to do this, I'm going to need additional thermal tanks. So that should be that. Fortunately, with the setups that I currently have, I can actually count on my Stirling engines. With this type of a layout, I'm going to copy this. There's not quite enough room down below to double it, but, you know, there is this concept. Oh goodness, that's, you know what, that's my music, it kept going. I didn't even realize, I thought I had paused it. Yes, that would be the, that would be Pyandons. They're, the reproductive complex building. I'm gonna copy that whole thing. How many can I fit in this? I don't even know. Apparently 0 on that side. Yeah, because the thingy is just 1 tile too big. Beautiful. Beautiful. It is literally 1 tile from perfection. 1 stupid tile. Because those danged doohickeys. I will lose something. Well, I guess we're gonna just do something, get the alignment, and set this here-ish. I think that's aligned. That was not aligned. Alignment. There. Right there. In the car. I do not have enough stuff to build the whole thing. Just to be clear, I am going to be extremely short on those thermal tanks in particular. Not the, not necessarily anything else. Because I've got... Well, I might not have 4.5k of those either. Yeah, so I'm short on the solar collectors. I probably am not short on the Sterlings. Or maybe I am, I don't know. I don't have enough stuff for all of it, but we'll be able to get at least a chunk out of the way. And that'll give me a bit more buffer. Rock. Rocks. The ultimate enemy. Oh hey, my bots built a little bit of it. Cool. That makes me happy. It's nice that my bots can build things for me. Here, that's gonna be my building. There we go. Oh, right, I need to be a little bit higher because of the... Yeah, I do need to be a bit higher. Oh well. Because I need to put all these power poles. Oh, dang, power poles. I'm not requesting these at the moment, so let me put in a general request for those so I can actually place the things. That sounds great. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Hello, Ollie. Aw, he's rubbies. Ollie rubbies. Ollie's rubbies. He's wubby dubbies. Yes, Ollie. Oh, there's the big boy. Yeah, there's Ollie. Hi, Ollie. Mwah. Mwah, kiss the kitty. Mwah. Yes, it's my baby. That's my baby. Over there. Let's go over onto the desk. Let's go on the desk. There's my boy. Oh, yes, here's the baby. Here's the baby. Get his patch. Getting his patch. Baby wants his patch. Yes, he wants his patch. He's trying to get on my lap, but there's no room. There's no space on my lap. I've got my microphone in the way. My microphone's in the way. You can't get on my lap right now. But it's not going to stop him. He's going to keep trying. He's going to keep trying. Yes, he's going to try nuzzles, trying to let me know, "Hey, I want my pets. If you want your patch, the baby." Dolly is being comfy. She's comfy. She's under my bed. She's under my bed and she is super comfy. She's in her spot, her normal spot for this time of day. After having set things up around the den such that she isn't able to really hide anymore in the den, she's decided that my bed is the next best location to be during the day. Because she used to spend time under our recliner in the room behind me. Yes, big boy, now you're trying to nuzzle my hand. Now he's trying to nuzzles on my hand. Yes, that's my hand. I know, that's my hand. Yes, oh, he's being good boy. Yes, he's being lovies. Oh, but I need to, like, hold a key on the keyboard. Big boy. Yes, Mr. Nuzzles. He nuzzles. Yes, Ollie. He's so sweet. He's a sweet boy. Dolly's not this sweet. She's not a sweetie like this. Not like this. She's sweetie in a different way, but not like this. Yes, big boy. Yes, Mr. Nuzzles. He likes to, like, burrow himself as well. He likes trying to get underneath covers and stuff and goes digging. Goes trying to push his way under things. Push his face in just like that. Yes, just like that. Trying to push his face under stuff. Alright, how are we doing on the resources here? We should be running a little low on, yeah, those things. Thermal tanks. That's what I was expecting. Thermal tanks. Need more. Also need more of those and need more that. Though not much I can do about not having enough solar collectors. I think I'll stick to this line. I'll try to go up one more so I don't actually place those yet. Yeah, you're Nuzzles. I know you're Mr. Nuzzles. Yes, now you're comfy. Comfy kitty. Comfy kitty. Yes. He's comfy kitty. So finally the keratin is starting to kick in, I think. I've cleared up a bit. I can actually breathe now. That's great. Yes, breathing is good. I like being able to breathe. Alright, come on, bots. This is so much faster than previously. And we're out of thermal tanks. Great, I'm 3 short. It's fine. I don't even think I necessarily need the thermal tanks. They're there for security more than anything else. Like, do I have the reach? Where are they? Hello? Thermal tanks? I do. Alright, that's enough. But I don't think that they are necessary. Oh no, I know why they're there and why they're necessary. It's because it's because these are solar panels. They go with the day-night cycle. So I do need them so that it has enough energy to last the night. Enough heat is stored to last the night. All right, we have used all of the solar collectors, so now I'm just going to run this line to place down the sensor nodes and power poles and all that good stuff, and whatever Sterlings I have left, I guess. We're shortly getting access to the solar twos, to these collector twos, and to the storage twos, as well as heat pipe twos, and eutectic salt. Glorious, beautiful things. And we already, I think, have access to the Sterling twos. So once we have Sterling twos and collector twos, at minimum, I could go through and upgrade everything, and that would double the power for the same amount of space. Not like it's necessarily worth it, but it's an option. An option that'll take a very long time to execute if I were to want to do that. Fortunately, I don't. I really don't. Alright, let's get back, because that should be enough of a buffer of power. No, when I make the upgraded versions of the collectors and Sterling engines, it will not be to upgrade the existing infrastructure as my first priority. It will be to add additional power infrastructure. That will be the goal. We will need to have more power added on rather than change what I currently have. So I do have these sensor 2s. They are moving. It's beautiful. Glorious sensor 2s. They exist now. So that is nice. Now we have a whole bunch of these productivity modules happening. That's going to take a spot on my inventory. My hotbar. Good, 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 good. I like to see that. So, what are we doing next? That is a glorious question. I am currently queuing these up. Oh, there's a checkpoint to produce 50 productivity modules. Yeah, that's just gonna happen. But specifically, I think is it this tech right here? Yeah, it is this tech right here. Mass Production 5 changes things a bit, because we can actually, at this tech level, use boxed things to get boxed things, or to get additional output of things. And I think that with this, there's like some ratio differences. At least there used to be some numerical changes with this. Rather than being just a speed change. But it wasn't for everything. There's some things where the recipes are a little bit different, and I don't know if it's here exactly where that is the case. But there was a thing I could have sworn that used like less fluid input, I think, of something overall. But anyway, I want robot speed. That's the one that interests me more. This thing, yeah, robot speed, another 10%. That would be great. That would be fantastic, even. Consume 8 scout drones. Oh boy. Yeah, because that is a thing that we will be able to do. We'll be able to actually have the ability to use the artillery mechanics to reveal the map, but it's unnecessary from how I've built my base thus far. It is actually pretty unnecessary, but yeah, we'll do it just to do it, I guess. Since I put my radar coverage, my sensor nodes everywhere along my rail network, and I build out my rail network pretty systematically. Okay, well, what can we do now? None of this is new. None. Well, I guess the insulation is new, so I suppose we'll set up insulation. Gypsum is a thing that I get out of rocks on occasion, so there is a little bit of that existent right now, but I will need to make a supply dedicated of gypsum. Could probably do it here, depending on what building is required. Well, I know that it's a different building than these, but still. What was it? I want you. Yes, I want the priority turbines. None of this is new. None of this, well, this is new. The sensor node 2 is new, and it does remote view of 9x9 with a map reveal 15x15 versus 11x11, so it is better. I don't think it's really worth using, though, so I'm not going to make it until I need to make it as an ingredient for other stuff. None of... Wagon 2s. That is useful. That needs to be by lube. So, wagon 2s. Those increase the capacity to 50 and to, 50,000 per. So that will be useful. I'm going to imagine that I need the large assembler to make the upgraded locomotive. Yes, that is the upgraded locomotive, and I should just be able to do that. I am uncertain, though, if I have the refueler automated. I do not, so I'll need to automate the refueler of all things. It can be done in small assemblers, but I'll just do this here in this guy. Have some productivity. That sounds like a great idea. And it eats up cargo wagon 2s, so all that should be good to go for now. So that'll be my locomotive upgrade done. I can make... I know what I need to make. I need to make my chassis 3. That's what I need. I need to upgrade my equipment grid to be bigger. We need stuffs. This can be made in foundries. Gib foundry. I only need one. Gib. Mine. I have all of the things. You need one, buddy. So there you go. Have one. All of the stuff is on its way. How long does that take to build? A minute. It'll be half a minute because crafting speed is 2, so 30 seconds to actually build it once we get the textiles in. And the titanium and the ceramic, that's gonna be in shortly. Okay, what do I actually need to build that requires this? That's new stuff. Nothing. Heat pipe 2s using eutectic salt. That will eat up insulation and pipes and heat pipe 1s. So, yeah, I think we can begin thinking about that and setting that up. Fortunately, it doesn't use any fluids. So the main thing here that is new is that eutectic salt. Everything else exists already in here. Be productive, thanks. Eutectic salt. What do I need for eutectic salt? Soda ash, crushed limestone. Okay, that's going to be a problem. As well as nitric acid. This should probably be a factory. Eutectic salt. Only used for the heat pipe 2s and for this electrolytic aluminum ingot process. Okay, I guess. So I will put it onto the network. That needs mass production 6. So, whatever is fine, is fine, is fine. Apparently the thingies, the level 2 tanks need boxes of eutectic salt. Okay, that sucks. That royally blows. And we're not really done here yet, but anyway, it says it stores 8 megajoules per degree Celsius of thermal energy, so it's twice as much capacity. I'm not going to make it unless I absolutely have to for stuff. This, where is Sterling 2? Hello? Oh, I don't have that tech. That tech is there, and this will be in medium assemblers as well. That is compressed argon, another thing using compressed argon, and that's also surge compressor 2s. Okay, so I know now that I should have access to the compressor 2s. Okay. And I need surge compressor 2s. You know what? No. Alright, I have all of these items. So that's fine. This doesn't take productivity. Any other things? Well, yes, there are more things that will need to be made in the large assembling machines. So I will need another line of those, ideally. One more tile, at least. So I will need these sterlings. This, or I want to put a sterling in here. Um, do I need these for anything else at the moment, though? I don't think so. So we just got access to the solar collector 2. I'm not going to set that up now. Right. Bulk rail loaders. I'm not going to use it. I'm probably going to remove the mod entirely, frankly, but yeah, I'm not going to use it. They come too late to be of use to me. I already have a solution for my train stations, so they're pointless to me now. They are utterly pointless. The whole point of having bulk rail loaders is to not have to run mods like merging chests to set up my train stations. Was to have a solution to train stations that does not involve shenanigan stuff like this and having merging chests for the majority of it as well. Having this. And since that's not the case, because Nullius royally screws it up, it is pointless. All right, so we have our chassis, glorious, beautiful chassis. I will have to take everything out of the chassis 2 and replace it with the chassis 3, of which there are now 2 of them. Okay, chassis 3 is bigger. Duh. Of course, it is bigger. Give me the thingies. Okay. That's good to know, boy. Yeah, this is big. Can I throw out there the concept that this is actually large. Very, very large. That's everything, right? From what I previously had, I'm pretty sure. So I just need to throw in the stuff, methanol canisters. Okay, I can fit 2 more hangars and additional things. Do I want to put in with this level my like movement speed increasers, which I am not sure. I don't think I'm making. These jump boots. Da boots. Give it da boots. We needed da boots. This will increase movement speed by 12% with one of them. And it uses 55 kilowatts, I guess, at all times, but that's, like, whatever. And it is a... What is it? What is the size? A 2x3, so it is 2 wide and 3 tall. Currently, I'm gonna think about just having one of those, because it actually fits nicely in here. But I'm also gonna have this, like, line at the bottom, which I'm not sure what I want to do with quite yet. So we're gonna have those 2, and we have this line at the bottom. I am not going to use multi-tools. Multi-tools are a 1x3, and they're not as good. And since I'm not really handcrafting anything, I don't see a point in having the stuff. I can put the speed coprocessor in, That I can do. I can add, like, I don't need the chargers. I don't really need the fab tools, but I mean, I guess I've got the space to put a couple of them. Put the jump boots in there, go ever so slightly faster. I need another mining tool. If I can remember where I'm making my mining tools, that would be great, actually. Where even is it? Hello? Hello? Where is it? I am blind. I cannot see. Here. But, so I can either do a speed coprocessor and something else, or I could do another fab tool too. I think I want the speed coprocessor, it's just I don't know what to put in that other 1x1. I just have to find my speed coprocessor. Wherever that ended up. There it is. Levitation boots. Or the other things, the goggles. Are the goggles a 1x1? The goggles are a 3x2. The levitation is a 2x2. Nah. So, unfortunately, I don't really think I have much use for that 1x1. Like, these are not 1x1. These are 2x2, so... Unless there's something that's a 1x1 that I could actually use, I don't think that there's anything I can put in here. Oh well. Unless I just don't want that 12%. But even then, it's like I can't get around that extra slot. We'll be fine. So, we have 16 times 5. That's 80 robots. That is 80 bots. So I can actually take another stack, and we have 80 active robots now. Oh, that's so nice. That is so nice. 80 active Constructobots to build things for me. And we're going to start using them, like, immediately, I guess. Oh, checkpoint. Consume benzene. Wow, that's probably just going to happen. I don't know if you've noticed by this point, but I'm not caring as much about the checkpoints that are just going to happen, having them shown on screen, especially since we're talking about them like right now. Let's go uppies, and build the eutectic salt. We're gonna make the boxes and put the boxes on the network, and then unbox in them all. It's just gonna be a bit easier to do that this way. Yeah. We'll do that. We'll do that. I'm sorry, not that. We'll do that, and then that, and then that, and that, and that, and that, and we may as well do that, and that, and that, and that, and that is what we will have here. This actually, by having those extra hangers, it allows me to have a larger radius for building, bigger construction zone, personalized construction zone, and things will just build. It's glorious. Up to 80 bots at a time. Go, my minions. This is potentially even faster than nanobots, but nanobots would have been better earlier. Okay, I will need to import a few things. Fresh water is made local 1, 2, 3, 4 items, of which 2 are fluids and 2 are solids. Fluids, solid. And solid. You didn't have this. Hold up. That's some important stuff there. That would have caused issues. Oh boy. Okay. Our ammonia at eutectic. Or, yeah. Our, what was it? What are the solids? Soda ash. Soda ash and limestone. Yep. Ammonia and sulfuric. Okay. Soda ash. Click the thing. That's not ammonia, that's ammonia. What? Sulfuric acid. Ammonia. Soda ash. Oh. Limestone in. Okay, build factory. Now we have this at the end. In and out. We have the eutectics. Ooh, probably this way. You don't need a solid input, do you? Yes, you do. You need 2 of them. So how are folks? No one's been chatting. At least I've not seen anyone chatting today. The whole day. The whole stream. 0 chats. Besides me. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. One of those. Ooh, one of those. One of those. One of those. 8 of those. 3 of those. One of those. One of those. Okay, and 2 of these. I guess it's 1 each, but whatever. Is fine. Get everything supplied with its stuffs. Alright, that processes sludge. No, stone. 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 Down. In. Through there. Through all that. That way. Vent. 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 That is that. That's that part. And that's that part. So now it's just power. Power to the everything. And that is that. I do need to... Oh, right. CO2. You need 100 CO2. Oh, you produce 100 CO2. Okay, vent. And you produce wastewater. Kill the wastewater. Oh, good, someone's here. PY is here. There we go. Eutectic! The true tactics! The truest of tactics. let's go. Depot, you, Tactic. The locoest of locomotives. Hi, Ollie. You're next to me. Supply depot, full cargo, circuit condition. Going to be free and do the things. Upgrading my locomotives is gonna take a little while, I think. How many trains do I have? I have 107. Which reminds me, I should not have a limit. Okay, it is storing more than a stack in there. Yeah, I should not keep a limit on those trains. So I need to upgrade 100 trains, and I have 6. Which also means, you know, double that as wagons that I need. Okay, we have a stack of the priority turbines. Yeah, yikes. I need to not have a limit there. Yeah, that would help. Getting through broadcast checkpoint, that would help. Get through these techs, unlock physics at some point. I guess that's what we're working towards is physics. So what I'll say, it being the last 40-ish minutes of today's stream, is that any checkpoint that's like produce X going forward at this point in the game, for this remaining part of this tech level, whenever it happens, it happens. But if it's something like making science, of course we're doing that together. If it's just something that we've already like done, you know, that like there's no point, just let it happen. Things like this, produce 50 productivity module 1s. Well, I've done that, so even if this happened off screen, well, okay, fine, because we've done it together already. We've done the condition together, right? So for stuff like that, it's just going to happen. But in terms of like placing things like trucks, if I haven't made a truck, we will do that together. And, you know, this consume 8 scout drone 1s by, you know, using them, like that's something I have to physically do myself, and that's what we'll do together. Like place lab 2s, yes, we'll do that together. Place or this producing 10 iron ingot boxes, like I could do that now, you know, like I could box up iron ingots and make 10 boxes of them, and that counts retroactively, and it will just happen when it becomes available to get through that checkpoint. Because, you know, at this point, it's just science, really. I've been making a lot of things. Yeah, I need to, like, place those. I would like to do it together. There's the Sterling 2. I don't want to set up that at the moment. Just to be honest, I don't actually want it. Oh, I do need to make the sensor node for that, so there's There's that requirement for the sensor node 2. Where are the sensor nodes in here? Okay, there it is. Yes. Build sensor node 2s. Thanks. How do the locomotives compare? That's something I wanted to look at. And also, how is my belt production going? Looks like I have belt 3s, so I'm going to unrestrict most of it. So I can actually, you know, have a bunch of belt 3s. I'm not certain I want to exclusively use belt 3s. If I want to do that upgrade to exclusively belt 3s now, because they're only 50% more effective than belt 2s, I would much rather wait for belt 4s, I think, which will be a true double over the belt 2s. At least they should be. Belt 4s should be 60 items per second. And of course, this is the final belt in this mod, so it would be more ideal for me to upgrade from 2 to 4 rather than 2 to 3 to 4. Like I don't really see much purpose to belt 3 existing when it's only a 50% increase. And it throws off a lot of numbers to use it. Like there's just no point. Like that is one aspect of the vanilla game that is just awful, is that it's not a double of the belt 2s. And it's a 50% of the belt 2s. Like, what? What? Huh? Like, that is not good, actually. No. And yet, it's the best you got at the time. So, this. How does Locomotive 2 compare to 1? So, Locomotive 2 has a max speed that is twice that of Locomotive 1. It also has more than double the acceleration power. Now, that is offset by the fact that the locomotive, it is not twice as heavy. So that's a thing. It is also more efficient at consuming fuel, 95% versus 90, although it uses more than twice as much for what it does. But I think that evens out mostly with it being faster. But also, cargo wagon 2s weigh more than 1s, and fluid wagon 2s weigh more than 1s. But it's not a doubling. It is not a doubling, and you get more than double acceleration power. So overall, the locomotive 2s will accelerate faster than the previous train, and they will have a faster top speed. So they will be, generally speaking, more than twice as good as the previous train. They will be more than twice as fast overall. They will get to their destinations, I should say, in half the time. Better than half the time. Generally, it will vastly depend upon the length of the route, and it will vary by the length of the route. But still, it is nice. They are very, very nice, and I want all of them. I want them all, and this will be my new personal locomotive. Though also note that your train network generally is only as fast as your as your slowest train. Excuse me. So there we go. It's mine. It's lovely. It's lovely, doubly glorious. You need to be recolored to 071171. It's my color. It's me. It's mine. My personal train. That's how we can tell the difference between mine and others. Okay, that locomotive will need to be on my hotbar. So I use them. Similarly, I want to keep a stack of you on me at all times. You are building things. Good. I will need to have the wagons. How many wagons do I normally request? Looks like I have full-ish stack. And the cargo wagon twos. Request that. Okay, I can probably stop the request for the level 1s. Hello. Yes, been a while. Welcome to Nullius. We are in the process of upgrading things at the moment. Really, we're in the process of waiting for tech to happen, but that's just a thing. Oh, it's right. So Nullius has shackles that are a 1x1 item that make you move slower for whatever reason. There's reasons, I guess, maybe. I'm just gonna chew through some text real quick here. What are you? You are PEX plastic, which is very different from the BEP, or from the BEP plastic, or BPA plastic, which would be more terrifying, Nullius as is, or if someone made Pi Nullius? They're not really too compatible, are they? Well, they do have a lot of overlap in the chemistry side of things, at the very least. If these were to be combined, I don't know. It's just that whenever you start to think about anything plus pi, the experience compared to pi without the other stuff is, generally speaking, fundamentally easier. Because whenever there is overlap, unless you always prefer pi, in which case then you're just playing pi, all of the processes from the other mods are easier than pi. Just in general, there are essentially zero exceptions to that fact. Everything is harder in pi across the board. So it's like, okay, pi by itself is the hardest. And I don't see a good reason to add other mod sets, because they don't really add anything that pi doesn't already have. Generally, there's some exceptions, yes. There's some things that are unique to the individual overhaul mods, but in general, pi does so much. It does so much, and there is a lot of overlap. And if you are going to prefer the pi methods for all of the overlaps, then just play pi. Like, then there's no point to having the other overhaul mods. Like, if you're going to have Angel's refining with pi and prefer all of pi's refining, then there's no point to having Angel's refining at all, because you're just doing pi's refining. Like, the only thing that having the angels would add would be the process of getting the metal ores. Like, that's the unique thing uh, that angels does, is it has the ore types needing to go through their own process to get into the metal ores, and then you could do the pi ore processing on those, and that would be an extension that would make things a little bit more complex, but it only applies to that. And like that only, like there's not too much else that's just new and unique that pi doesn't do. Anyway, we're sitting here because I need to place 8 large beacons and 12 smalls. So I think I'm going to stop that request so I can actually have 10 more of these smalls. And place 8 of these. This is very interesting how these work. Transmits one module effect up to 12 tiles away, may not be placed within range of other large beacons. Well, here's the problem with that. This is apparently legal spacing, and you're totally impacting the machine by multiple of these large beacons. All right, this particular building is not a building that can be beaconed. This building can be beaconed, and this building is getting both of the effects. And if this was powered, it would get this effect as well, right? Yeah, 45. So, okay, you say that it is that the large beacon may not be placed within the range of other large beacons. Well, that's not the actual effect. Like, that's not how it's actually implemented. Like, this is a lie. This tooltip is a lie. It's not that it must not be placed within the range of other large beacons, because it's clear that yes, it is within the range of other large beacons. Well, I guess theoretically, technically, this physical large beacon is not in the range of the other beacon, but the ranges do overlap. Like, the meaning that I take away from this tooltip is that the extent of the ranges is not supposed to overlap, but the ranges do overlap each other. And that's the contradiction here. The issue with this tooltip is that it implies that there is no overlap, but there is absolutely overlap. It's just that the physical beacon itself may not be within the range of another large beacon's influence. So it does limit the total number of large beacons that can affect any singular object. We have completed this checkpoint, by the way. Cat, he's next to me, he's resting, he's comfy. He's on my little everything bin next to me. And it says it also reduces the effect of these, but how much so? Does that stack? It does, in fact, appear as if it stacks the reduction depending on, yeah, effect reduced by 4 large beacon fields, which I'm pretty sure is the most it can be affected by. So it says transmits 12% each for 24% total. So you can do 24%. Oh, and it gets a special, like, 4 negative signs after it, so you know at a glance how many it's being reduced by. Now it is 2 modules, and they do cover a decent area for these smalls. 80% total of a single module with those smalls. So there is potential with beacons to do some interesting things. I just don't think that I'm at a scale at which this would be ideal for using these. Like, I don't quite think I'm there yet. The module effects are weak. A bit too weak. Like, yeah, so the thing is, having the beacons with speed, because that's the only real thing to beacon would be speed. The modules that I have access to right now are 20% speed. Okay, it will go up to 40% at the final module, or 50% on haste 4s if I want a ton more energy consumption. It's just that 20%. Okay, well, we can get at most on the one building, impact it. We can have 4 large beacons, so that's 4 times 20. And we've used 4 beacon entities to do that. Like, the actual building reduction with these beacons is not particularly significant. And so long as that type of scaling is true, it's going to stay that way, regardless of level of module. So that means that basically we'll have to wait for the next level of beacon, the final level of beacon, which small beacon 3 transmits 100%. So each small beacon will be 1 module equivalent, 1 full effect, and the large ones will do 2 with the same scaling, or with the same number of beacons around them. So instead of 1, it's 2. Just direct upgrade from 1 to 2. All right, well, 2 times 40, so you've got 80% times 4. Now that's a bit more significant, right? That's a bit more significant, but not all of your buildings are going to be affected by 4 large beacons. It will mostly be 2. Or what is it going to be 4? Can it be 4 on all of them? Ba, 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 ba. So, as it scales, there will be gaps. So only the buildings that are in this area and in this area get the full effect of 4. Okay? And the buildings have a size. I guess this may be a reason to use small assemblers, because all the small assemblers you could fit within this area would be affected equally by the 4 entities. But you also have to think, okay, well, there's also these things called small beacon 2s that also have effects that will be reduced if they're affected by the 4. They get reduced less if it's by 2, so if you have this and that to limit it to the 2s, well then you're limited in your spacing to the total overlap, which is like these tiles all the way around. The math can get funky. Very, very funky, and I think that it's going to require a lot of overall more entities than what you are saving in active entities. More than it's worth. Like, I don't think it's worth the effort of setting it all up. And designing around it. Not at current level do I think it's worth doing it. Now, if you do design around that pattern, now the upgraded versions are the same distance. They're the same tile distance, so any patterns and blueprints that you make using the level 2 smalls and the level 1 larges will seamlessly transition to the level 3s of the smalls and the level 2 of the large. It will be a seamless transition. So I just don't think it's worth me doing it now. Or even really using in general. I just don't see a good reason to use them at all. Most of the time. Like, the only time it's relevant is pi. And this isn't pi, so I really don't see too much relevance to using beacons, just in general. These though, yes, I'll use these. I'll do this. Do I have the better ones yet? A couple of them, but again, I don't see the point. And that was just to get this stuff to be a little bit faster, but it looks like it is not limited by those at the moment. It's limited by the cargo pods. Okay, well, as we go through, go ahead and do that. Do that. Could I? I think so. I think I can build this the moment I get access to it. Like, there's so many techs now that can just get built the moment I get access to them. It's a little weird. Though it looks like I need a gun. So, build gun. Build a gun. I'll probably also need missiles too, but no, looks like I don't need it for a checkpoint. What needs missiles? Ah, the scout drones. I'll need to make the scout drones, so I'll need to make missiles. Cool. That is 6 items. That is 6 items. You know, it's actually nice because I don't think this used to be the case, but it is nice that thus far there has only been really one thing that has needed more than 6 items, and that is the robot frame ones. Generally speaking, everything has been 6 or fewer. So that is one of the nice parts of this. Because I have memories of the first playthrough of this, my first playthrough of this a while ago, of having lots of things needed more than 6 items as ingredients. It was somewhat troublesome. Yeah, I'm just looking through here and there's like nothing new now. Nothing new that is requiring my attention. Okay, there's a tech that went through, and we got benzene utilization. That immediately triggered. So whatever that unlocked, I don't even know. Place 20 Sterling Engine 2s. Okay, that is a checkpoint that I need to clear, so let me make the Sterling Engine 2s. And I believe that that said that they need the compressed argon. So over here, place you down. You're going to make the Sterling 2s. The stack size should be 20. Yup. Yup. Be efficient. You need the thermal tank 2s. Great. Fantastic. So there's the eutectics. Okay. I did not define the eutectics, so let me define the eutectics that we have just made. And then have them all eutectics. Okay. Those should be on the way. Now, just so as we're clear... Oh, you don't have thing. So you go normal slot. Normal slot, normal slot, normal slot. Where's a normal slot? Over here. La dee dee da 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 da. Over here. You are exactly 6 items. You take heat pipe 2s. Pretty sure I set the heat pipe 2s up, so I don't know why. Oh, right. I know why. It's because we need to unbox the eutectic salt. So unboxing small assemblers. Okay. Eutectic box. All right, so they're going to bring that. That's going to provide eutectics. It's not productive for obvious reasons. Being able to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You don't want to be able to make things infinitely by doing that. So that being the final ingredient, that will make heat pipe 2s, and that will make the Sterling engines 2s. So that will be ready for us when we meet again on Thursday. What else? There's research. That unlocks inserter capacity. That will also unlock buffer chests and these dispatch chests, discards contents to network storage. Alright, so we have about 5 minutes left in today's stream to end at our normal time. Since it seems nothing has come through today's stream during the stream. So we're ending at our normal time, and that's fine. We've done a lot today. Just to be completely clear, we got a lot of progress done. Like, we made processors, we made optical cables, we've made sensor 2s, we've made eutectic salt. We've made titanium intermediates. We've made monocrystalline silicon. We've made textiles. We've done a ton of stuff today for progression, and we've made things, made new things, made upgraded locomotives. My goodness, we have so many things. I'm actually not even requesting these. I need all of them. All of them. Bring me locomotive tubes. Whenever you get the chance to make them. Like, we're making the insulation. Ah, we're not making the gypsum. Gypsum can be made out of lime in flotation cells. So let me quickly grab a flotation. Flotation. Oh, look, it's right there. That's a good spot for you. You. Gypsum. Productively. Because I have the lime provided. There. Gypsum. Little bit of gypsum. And that will be that for insulation. For when I need insulation for anything. Like walls. When I need walls. When I need walls. Let's see, is there anything else to build? I don't think so. Nothing of use. I think I need the colored concrete for stuff. I have this memory of concrete colors being needed for something. Or I had made them for whatever reason. I don't know why I had made them. You need hazardcrete for reactors and silos, and that needs yellow and black. Well, yellow is made as it is, and it's used for black as well. It's used for paving drone yellow. And black needs blue and red. Yeah. Yeah, I remember this. You need black and yellow are going to require basically everything else. All of the other colors. Because the yellow is made itself, but the black is red, blue, and yellow. So you need the red, the blue, the yellow to make the black. Do I need the purple for anything? Thank God. Do I need the purple paving drone for anything? No. So I don't need to make purple. I don't need to make orange. And I hope I don't need to make brown. My goodness, I hope I don't need to make brown. I need brown landfill, but that you could make without needing to do the concrete, so that's fine. Oh boy. So those will be a thing, and oh hey, there's apparently also a white concrete too, but where's white? I don't see it in here. Not in this process anyway. Not in this building. So with that, we've done a lot. I've reviewed what we've done. Between streams, techs are going to accrue, and essentially any remaining checkpoint as we get closer to the physics apparatus tech. I don't even know where the physics apparatus tech lives. There it is. What are the other checkpoints that remain? Here we have place 20 sterlings. We have place a truck. We have consume scout drones. We haven't unlocked scout drones. We have produce 10 iron ingot boxes. So, and we have place the lab 2s. So none of that should happen accidentally. It appears as if we have gone through all of the... We've gone through all of the checkpoints that would just automatically happen during today's stream. So that's nice. No other checkpoints should happen between streams going into next stream. As I said last time, we had one that ticked over because we were consuming the explosives. I made explosives, I was consuming explosives, and I just happened to end the stream like minutes before it ticked over, but whatever, it's fine. Not too much I can control, and I need water fill. So, we're almost through this tech level. It's weird to say that, but we are actually almost through the chem samples and at physics. We're almost at physics, which that's going to introduce us to the final logistics level. And once we're through that, we're going to get into the actual hard part of the game. Yeah, as weird as that sounds, yes, we'll be entering into the hard part of the game. From after physics or alongside physics. I think it's alongside anyway. Definitely before. When is biology? When is biology? Is it at astronomy? It's after astronomy? When is bio start? Bio 2 starts after it's after astronomy. Okay, so all the biotic stuff will be after getting through the physics parts and getting into astronomy. Yeah, so yeah, because it's at that point that you can do the copper stuff. Right. So we do have to get completely through physics. And then the hard part begins. With all the biochem. With that, though, we have reached the end of today's stream. I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Shiba. If you have enjoyed today's stream, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting the great big blue join button and supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushiba. If you are so inclined and able, I will be back with more Nullius on Thursday, as well as more Tectonica on Sunday, by the way. I hope to see you all on the next one.